You won't stop talking. Why don't you give it a rest?
Rabbit, jabber, rabbit, yep, rabbit, bunny, jabber, rabbit.
Hello and welcome to another PropDog review. Today we are talking about... I mean, get that in the right way up. Abandoned. Which I feel like I have been. Abandoned by...
Dennis Reinsma.
Very good. Dennis Reinsma.
It is Dennis Reinsma.
Reinsma.
Abandoned. You just need to know it as abandoned. Right? That's all you need to know. It's on the website.
And Peter Eggink.
Oh, beloved Peter. Right, so basically we got this in actually because people asked us to review it, didn't we?
We did.
And we've sold a couple since then. So we didn't have to do the review in order to sell it, which is always a nice thing. So it's obviously the trailer's obviously working. So I had a quick look at it. Jason looked over my shoulder.
I did.
And basically,
you'll go on. I quite like what you actually get. I think what you actually get is quite good.
So here's the thing, right? What you do is you get a nice gimmick. I think it's a good gimmick. I think it's a good gimmick. I think the gimmick's got potential. What I will say is that's where it kind of leaves the greatness behind, and then you get a tutorial that is basically looks like the guy's been surprised at his office desk, and someone's gone, you couldn't just show us what abandoned.
Quickly, we need to sell this. Could you just quickly film a quick video trailer of an explanation? That is ultimately what you get. And
throughout it, you sort of think, gosh, this guy isn't very well prepared for any of this. It just looks like he's had to do it in 10 minutes.
Well, there's no live performance.
There's no live performance.
They talk about doing something under misdirection and then leave you to come up with what that misdirection will be.
They do offer, I think it's about 3 routines, possibly 4 I think. But they're not worked. You don't see them live. He just discusses, you could do this. Yeah,
it's very much how Alex and I discuss a concept of something we come up with in the shop and go, well, you could use it for this, 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 and this. And that's literally what you've got. But that doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, they could have done a lot of work on the actual description and the explanation. But the actual gimmick you get is quite a nice little thing, isn't it?
I like it. I'll tell you what what you can do is you can show a card box. The card box is empty, when actually it isn't. So if you wanted a card to suddenly appear in the box, you could do that. People have compared it to Extractor.
Yeah, I love the Extractor. I think the Extractor is a great trick.
Drawback with Extractor is it's not a pack of cards, is it?
Well, it's built into a pack of cards. It's nowhere near as... You can't examine the box with Extractor at all.
So here they can pretty much handle the box. You get an ordinary pack of cards. You put that pack of cards in the deck. It does it all for you. The routines, they actually show the card at any number and things. I'm not particularly enamoured with. He does show how you can put it in your jacket pocket and pull it out again, perhaps into 10-card palm, he suggests. But
again, without wearing a jacket.
He doesn't have a jacket on. So, that's what I'm talking about, it being sort of unprepared and not worked. So if you want to be able to remove a card from a deck of cards that have been put in a case, I think it's quite good for that. I think it's quite good for showing it empty. It's quite the card at any number, and the other routines. They do a rising card routine. They're all okay, but I reckon it's got bigger potential than that. But that's where he says at the end, he's really looking forward to hearing your ideas about it, and I think that's where it is. I think they've come up with a good gimmick. They've made the gimmick really well, but they haven't actually developed any really good ideas with it and worked those routines. But that's all for your potential. So I think otherwise, I mean, it's a bit steep for not getting
much with it.
Yeah, you know what they say. It's a bit like I drop was so good, not just because the props were good, but because you got the whole routine really worked. All of the answers were there.
We looked at the gimmick. We opened this up, and inside is literally a gimmick and a business card with the link. We, before even watching the business card link, went, oh, this is really clever. You could use this for this, 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 and this. And I could put that together and go out and get somebody to sign a card, have that card vanish from the deck of cards and appear inside what was an empty card box. And that is the way I would use it if I were going out tonight and doing it. There's nothing that would stop you doing that. I probably wouldn't have even bothered with the instructions because you don't need to look at them to see how to put it together. There's one bit of double-sided tape you need to peel off and make. But yeah, once you've looked at it and seen it, you'll get. There will be reasons for you to want this gimmick and to use it. But look at the trailer. I think it's pretty obvious what you're getting from the trailer, because I do remember looking at this initially and going, surely they've just done that, which they have done. But it's really, really good. It's really well made.
I think it's really. I just think that what they show on the video is rudimentary uses for it. I reckon there's a lot more potential out there, and it's a shame they didn't perhaps spend a few months giving you some of those. But that's up for you to do, and I think perhaps that makes it slightly pricey. But
granted, they may not have been able to work it if there were no gigs, which could potentially be a reason. But I'm not sure actually when it came out. I know we only got it in sort of during lockdown, didn't we? So that, you know, might be an excuse, but it's a bit of an F one. But yeah, that's Abandoned.
I like it. I like it.
Dennis Reinsma. It's really hard to say, but it's not hard to do.
Call you won't stop talking. Why don't you give it a rest?
Rabbit, bunny, rabbit, jabber, rabbit, yep, yep, rabbit, bunny, bunny, jabber, rabbit.